Namaskar, welcome to everybody. Well, when I recall my early journey of life, I found that I was born in West Punjab, undivided India. Now my birthplace is not in India. We cannot go to our birthplace. We are driven out. Why? What wrong we made? These were the questions which haunted me throughout my childhood. Fortunately, I got admitted in RK Mission, a school of RK Mission, an organization founded by Swami Vivekananda. I went through the literature of Swami Vivekananda, and I found that his heart is crying for the poor people. He is asking for the education for the poor people. But with one warning note, that the child will not come to our school because our schools are meant for some other purposes. Your school has to go to that child with a compassionate mind, with a affectionate hand, with a methodology of joyful method of teaching at the convenient time of the child. This is Ekal Vidyalaya. When I passed my masters, I thought this is my life mission. I will make the dream of Swami Vivekananda come true. So I decided not to get married. I left my family. I traveled across the country. Finally, I reached Odisha, the most backward state in the country. No railway lines, no industry, no roads, no business, poverty all along, starvation, exploitation. I cried for them. One fine evening, it was very cold. I was in a hostel of 30 tribal children. I was shocked to see that there were no clothes to wear, no bed sheet to sleep, not a proper vessel to cook the food, not the good enough lantern to read. I could not sleep in that night. Still, the students were committed to the studies with no complaint, and this is the strength of our country. I thought I will work for them. I decided to start night schools. But the biggest challenge was that how to persuade these parents to send their children to school. I know that you will wonder because you are all from those set of the life which do not know this problem. When we used to say the parent that please send your child to the school, they used to ask what benefit we will get. We answered that by education your child will become a good human. They started laughing because they know that all this corruption and bad habits are because of the educated people sitting on the high level of education and politics, bureaucracy and this industry. Then we used to say, okay, this education will make your child employed, will get job. The laughter become more louder because they knew that so many educated youths are roaming without employment. So when they used to ask, okay, after your education, will this boy will go to plough the field? We kept mum. So friends, the education was liability for them, but the necessity for the nation. And this was the great challenge, how this Ekal movement was born. From the day one, we were very clear that will start through education will reach to the destination of village development, integrated village development. The education is defined in two ways. One by the government, second by Swami Vivekananda. Sorry, the definition of the government is all from us. The education makes you eligible for any employment, job, make you servant. While Swami Vivekananda used to say, education is the manifestation of the perfection already in you, which makes you to stand on your feet, head high. Make you master, not servant. Make you producer, not consumer. This is how we defined education as a functional education. There are 5 dimensions of the education. Number 1, primary education to the child. We teach them up to standard 3. True speaking, we do not teach. We just create urge for the education in that child or in the parents. A child after our school goes to primary school of government. We know that we cannot become government. We know that we cannot open all the schools in all the villages, but yes, we can become the pressure group for the government school to perform properly. We can become the pressure group to decrease the dropout rates in the primary schools. Second is healthcare education, the sanitation, the cleanliness of the body, of the family, of the village, sock pits, mosquito net, boiling water. And now we are fighting against malnutrition. We are fighting against anemia. We had 4 options. 1, allopathy. 2nd, Ayurvedic. 3rd, home medicine. And 4th is no medicine. You will wonder to know that after 2 years of experience in pilot projects, we came to the conclusion that no medicine was at the top and this allopathy at the bottom. Why? We just urge the villagers to grow the vegetables rich in iron, but do not sell, only eat. And this is the solution for this anemia problem. 3rd is village development. Cow-based agriculture, agro-based industry, this water harvesting, organic farming, skill training, nutritional garden. You cannot imagine that this makes the young boy of that village to stay in the village, earn more than what he can get in employment in a big city. So we are blocking that migration from the rural India to the urban India, which is a great menace for the country. And that boy is earning up to 5 to 6 lakhs of rupees from 1 acre of the land. How? 3 tide and 3 crop farming. Yes, it is possible. And then empowerment education. Friends, our constitution has granted so many rights to these poor people because of Dr. Ambedkar, who has experienced that pinch of poverty and the misery. The right to education, the right to information, the right to forest management, but who will tell them these constitutional rights? We decided to make reach of this constitution to the doorstep of the poorest among the poor. Now we are forming youth clubs through sports activities. This youth force will fight against corruption, exploitation, make them poor people empowered. But the 5th part is ethical education, preserving their heritage. Friends, the biggest enemy of these poor people is liquor, addiction. How will you solve this problem? Only one way, draw a bigger line of devotion. Devotion will fight addiction. Once village becomes addiction free, the poverty goes out and the economy becomes strong. The democracy becomes mature. Right now, we have reached 50,000 villages. 1.5 million children have passed, and right now we have 1.5 million children with us. Friends, this is a movement of 3 million children. But mind one thing, that the child is not a student. He is an agent of change. He persuaded his family member to work for the village. Now I am proud to say that this movement has 3 million villages as members. And as a support group, we have 60,000 urban families of middle and high class. Out of these 60,000, 30,000 comes from only USA. The ladies of 100,000 urban families like you, they are giving gift of love to this ground army every year. We have 50,000 part-time volunteers. We have 5,000 full-time volunteers, but we do not pay any salary. We just meet their expenses. People say it is money which matters. We say it is mind which matters. A devotion towards nation, towards country, towards society, towards village can inspire to make any type of surprise which we are witnessing. So, this is a movement of its nature, biggest in the world, and you will be surprised to see that our admin cost is below 2 digit. Because every person is volunteer. This is a movement of volunteerism. Friends, God has gifted India everything which He can give any country. Still, our country is why like admitted in ICU? Because 2 vital organs, kidney and liver, are failed. What is kidney? What is liver? The economy and the democracy. To solve these 2 problems, these 300 million poor people living in 400,000 villages, empower them, make economy strong, make democracy mature. This is Ekal Vidyalaya movement. This movement is for India to make great. I know that Indians are great, but still India has to be great. I know there's so many Indians, we are proud of them, our professionals, our IT persons, our scientists, our doctors, our engineers. But at the same time, we are ashamed when we see these statistics of poverty, illiteracy, malnutrition. So, the solution is just to reach them and empower them to make India great. Once you solve this problem, empower them, friends, the share of agriculture production in our GDP will be prominent and our GDP will double digit. Once they know the value of vote, value of democracy, today their voting percentage is 80 to 85%. But they are voting under the pressure of muscle power and the money power. Once they are empowered, they see that yes, India is with me, with us. The democracy will become mature. The government will become of some difference. These politicians has to deliver. If roots are strong, who will stop trees to bear the fruits? Friends, this is a movement to make roots strong. So, I welcome all you of you, especially my young friends, because we are past tense, you are future tense. You have to give answer to those questions which are we facing today. For that, I welcome everybody to make this as your life mission. To conclude, I ask myself, for what I should be remembered? I do not want to be remembered to have big dreams. I wish I must be remembered as a person for achieving these big dreams of these tribal people. I should be remembered for converting impossible into yes, I am possible. This is the only way to pay tributes to that great warrior Saint Swami Vivekananda to make his dream true. This is the only way to pay respect to great patriot Mahatma Gandhi, who struggled for these poor people. This is the only way to salute the great scientist Dr. Abul Kalam, who had vision for these poor people. So please, come and join, make India great for this betterment of the humanity of the world. India is meant for the humanity. But India will become great when the troops will become strong. Ekal movement welcomes you to come and join. With this, I wish all the best, all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.